Hey, friends. Thanksgiving. Ugh. Am I right? I've said it before, I'll say it again. There are no good Thanksgiving movies. See, some movies, like Plymouth Adventure, are great, but they aren't about Thanksgiving. They're about the pilgrims. Thanksgiving is either never shown or only briefly mentioned. And some Thanksgiving movies are just set during Thanksgiving, but aren't about Thanksgiving, so those don't count. But most Thanksgiving movies, the ones I'm talking about, are about families gathering for the Thanksgiving meal, bringing with them all the anger, bitterness, jealousy, and hatred they've saved up for one another over the past year. There's yelling and crying and arguing and fighting and shouting and relitigating the past and all of that. The turkey falls on the floor. People throw food at each other. Dinner's ruined, etc. Filmmakers seem to believe that family dysfunction at Thanksgiving makes for great drama or great comedy. But who wants to watch that when we have to experience all that stuff on Thanksgiving in real life? Last year, I did find a Thanksgiving movie that was pretty good. Home for the Holidays from 1995. I liked most of it, but yeah, as soon as dinner starts, so does all hell breaking loose. So I stand by my statement. There are no really good Thanksgiving movies. Well, people didn't believe me, so again this year, I dug around and tried to find some better fare. But most of these are the kind of turkeys you wouldn't serve on Thanksgiving Day. No amount of gravy is gonna cover up these abominations. Well, let's get this over with. First up, we have What's Cooking from 2000. According to the blurb on Amazon Prime, this one claims to be a deeply moving vision of 21st century diversity and the future of the American family. Ugh. To be fair, I suspect that blurb was written by someone much more recently rather than by the filmmakers or the movie's original marketing team. Anyway, this one is set in LA, of course, and follows several diverse families over the course of the holiday. And yes, those families argue and bicker, and they all have family problems of one kind or another. One guy works all the time so his wife is unhappy. One kid has a gun they find stashed in his room. This couple is lesbotic. That's a waste. And the daughter's traditional Jewish parents know she has lesbotic tendencies, but they pretend that she doesn't. A son invites his estranged dad to dinner, and the mom ain't having any of that. A Latino girl has an Asian boyfriend, and he keeps getting asked about Bruce Lee movies, etc., etc. It does have some name brands in the cast, though. Mercedes Rule is in this, and Joan Chen. She was in a lot of stuff, but I remember her best from Twin Peaks. It also has Kira Sedgwick and several others you might recognize. It all goes along okay, but yeah, you know what's coming. Arguing, confrontations, a ruined meal, and so on. Jesus, I need an Alka-Seltzer and I haven't even eaten Thanksgiving dinner yet. My sister cooks that, and she can curdle fresh milk just by thinking about using it. Then we have Friendsgiving from 2020. an R-rated comedy where the filmmakers show about as much competence as the women in the movie show nudity. In other words, none. Even the turkey has its breasts covered up, so you can't even look forward to that. This is another one set in LA because, of course it is. Here, two friends plan a quiet Thanksgiving, which is crashed by a band of chaotic friends, family, and acquaintances. Comedy ensues. Or not. Mostly not. This dumpy girl kicks things off by getting kicked out of the supermarket for boozing it up while she's shopping. She's sad her lesbian girlfriend dumped her. Her t-shirt says, "Nope," and I couldn't agree more. She's really annoying. I did like our heroine here and her new boyfriend, they're alright. Admittedly, there's a few chuckles in this one. That's about it, though. There's a lot of vulgarity posing as humor. Margaret Cho cameos, and, in a tragedy for the ages, Jane Seymour appears in this as our heroine's mom. She's a legit star, and she deserves way better than having to go slumming in something like this. The movie is a real turkey for Turkey Day, to be sure. Full of annoying, vapid LA types. Ugh. Or how about best Thanksgiving ever? Well, is it? No! This is another purported comedy from 2016. At least, it's not set in LA, so there's that. In this one, our hero Kevin is doing the boo-hoo samba because he catches his chick cheating on him. Against his better judgment, which he should have listened to, he accepts an invitation from his friend Brad to spend Turkey Day at his house. Kooky people stop by, and while dinner goes okay, Brad is not really that nice a guy to have around. He's pretty lowbrow. The friends argue and everything goes downhill. They do visit a strip club though, so there's that. Anyway. This was shot on location in and around Royal Oak, Michigan. A step up from LA if you ask me. But this movie feels really cheap. Looks cheap too. Not many laughs, and it kind of plods along. Again, vulgarity is the watchword. But Barky, why be such a downer? Aren't there any good things to watch instead? Sure. For instance, my sister burning her turkey. You can sit in the kitchen and pretend the window in the oven door is a TV screen. But be careful what you wish for. It's a disaster movie that spills out into real life. But if it goes on long enough, at least you don't have to eat it. Okay. If you want some fun movies for Thanksgiving, I suppose you could try this one. Thankskilling from 2009. This is a maximum low-budget, no-effort slasher thing that purports to be a comedy. But no one in the cast is really very good or very funny. It's about a demonic turkey that was created in Pilgrim days. The first thing that happens is this topless pilgrim lady, I think the actress is a stripper in real life, she's running through the woods trying to escape only to be killed by the turkey. Then flash forward to the present day when the turkey is resurrected and starts killing people and these college kids who are the heroes. They're pretty useless and annoying. The cast aren't gonna win any Oscars even in the present day. They're that bad. But to be fair, I will give the movie this. They embrace the stupid. Like, full on, unashamedly, they totally embrace the stupid of this story, and that at least keeps you watching. And there's a couple of sequels, I guess. I haven't seen any of them. And then, of course, is the Giant Claw, a zero-budget sci-fi schlocker from 1957. In this one, a giant atomic turkey threatens mankind. Anyway, Jeff Morrow and Morris Ankram's star. Dabbs Greer from Little House on the Prairie plays a fighter pilot. Love interest Mara Corday appeared in a bunch of Clint Eastwood movies in supporting or cameo parts. What about the monster? Well, after this role, work kinda dried up for this giant turkey. He did get a part in Rudolph's Shiny New Year, but after that flopped, he hasn't worked since. So, out of all of these, the one I like the best? I'm gonna shock you now. The one I liked the best was What's Cooking, the diverse one. Remember, this was made in 2000, well before all of the cringe set in Hollywood. So it's not unpalatable or annoying and doesn't pander to the Twitter kids the way they'd make this movie today. Liked a lot of the characters, it has some name brands in the cast, it was very well made, and it has a good soundtrack too. But yeah, all the families have issues, and they argue and bicker and all of that. So I guess if I had to recommend one, it'd be the Giant Claw. Yep, the giant atomic monster turkey one. That one is just kind of fun. So there you have it. I know there are others out there, but if you have a favorite or a least favorite Thanksgiving movie, let me know down in the comments down there. As for me, I think I'd rather have a store-brand frozen turkey TV dinner than eating my sister's cooking. But I'm stuck. I gotta go. If possible, you have yourselves a happy Thanksgiving. Be sure to say a prayer for me. I'm gonna need it. Along with that Alka-Seltzer and some booze. Lots of booze. Maybe I can steal some from a drunk Uncle Rusty. Hope he brings a few cases of Thunderbird. I'm gonna need this stuff. Thanksgiving.